Hello and welcome back to the course on Artificial Intelligence A to Z. And today we're going to walk through the structure of the course so that you can navigate it better. So the course is structured in parts. In fact, it's such a massive course, we had to create these delimiters ourselves in order to separate out the sections which correspond to individual parts. So we start off with the welcome to the course part or initial section, and here all the tutorials are important, but I highly recommend checking out the tutorial on Meteor and Structures. It's a podcast that Adlan and I recorded. It's about 50 minutes long or about an hour, and there we actually recorded it right after completing this course, and we talk about AI and have lots of laughs. So if you have the time, I highly recommend to check it out. It'll put you in the right mood for this course. Then we've got part 0, which isn't a practical part. It's a part to lay the foundations for what we're going to be discussing inside this course. And there we talk about Q-learning intuition. So we only have intuition tutorials there, just so we grasp the concepts of reinforcement learning. Then we've got part 1, a self-driving car. So we'll be building a model inside a two-dimensional self-driving car, which will need to go from point A to point B, avoiding certain obstacles. So we will first start off with the deep Q-learning intuition, so understand how to move from Q-learning to deep Q-learning. And then we will proceed to the practical tutorials where Adlan will show you how to install everything, create the environment, build the AI, and play with the AI and make its job harder and see if we can break it. Really, really fun tutorials over here. Then we move on to the next type of AI, which is deep convolutional Q-learning. So as Adlan says it, we add eyes to our model. So the convolutional part is a convolutional network which allows the algorithm to see what's happening on the screen rather than having access to the back end of what's happening. It's going to see as we see what's happening on the screen, and we're going to be teaching this artificial intelligence how to play the game of Doom. You remember that game from the 90s, which we all used to love, and now we're going to replace the human player with an AI player with exactly the same input parameters, the visuals, and see how it goes. So we're going to be discussing deep convolutional Q-learning intuition first, and then we'll move on to the practical side of things and see how good we can get at playing Doom. Finally, part 3, breakout. We'll be using A3C, the most powerful AI algorithm to date on the planet. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be teaching an AI how to play the game of Breakout, which is going to be quite challenging. So you might think Doom is challenging, but Breakout turns out to be even more challenging, and that's why it's going to be even more rewarding to see when your AI is performing well against this game of Breakout, and that's exactly what we're going to be aiming for in these tutorials. Once again, intuition and practical side of things. And finally, at the end, we've got the annexes. So if you need to get up to speed with deep learning, we've included a whole section on artificial neural networks and convolutional neural networks, and we will prompt you on when to refer to these sections in order to make sure that we're all on the same page when we're going through this course. And finally, there's a bonus section at the end. That's in case you want to continue your learning after you complete this course. And there we go. So that's how this course is structured. We're super excited that you're joining us for this epic adventure, and we can't wait to see you on the first tutorial.